What's it doing? Oh, here it goes. Dangity. Hello, everybody.
Welcome to Madam Stravinsky's channel for the visually
Impaired.
Insane, not impaired.
Welcome.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Crossed Paths. This is me, Babaloo, and we have the Wiz.
Hey, I have my old Wiz hat on. Look it, I got it right here. Just so you knows. Look at, I got the Wiz hat.
I don't have anything on because it's way too hot.
That's the thing. The hat's gonna go down there because it's like it's hot in here. It is hot in here. Yeah, the air conditioner's on the fritz.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's gonna be like June, and then my date to get it fixed, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Well, let's do the intro because we haven't done that in like 1,000 years.
We should do the intro.
Here we are. Remind me, at the new house, we need to create a new popcorn party.
Oh, we definitely. That's why I'm waiting. Popcorn party?
What's popcorn party?
That's not popcorn. We're not doing popcorn
No,
party.
I know, but I'm saying, like, because I
yeah.
realized we had something else. Hi, Lori. How are you?
Oh, I'm clamming.
You were digging?
I was digging.
Clams?
I was digging. So, yeah, we definitely redo the intros when we get to the new house. Yes, when we ever get there. It's like a journey.
So, yes, welcome to tonight. We're going to be doing free readings tonight. If you want to get a reading, make sure to do your line.
Hold on, I got it in the thingy.
Oh, that's not it.
No, you don't do it like
Hold
that.
On.
Jeez.
Hi, October.
This is why I do the producing. Is it this?
Yeah.
It's this. We
make
show
sure
that.
to do
Boing.
that line right there, pointing to your
Boing.
name. And we will put everyone in order of how the arrows arrive. I just spat on myself. Love it.
Yes. we do it. We try to do this as in order as possible.
So it's going to be a little bit of a different reading because Dave tonight, as usual, is going to be using his Wizard's Tarot. Hi, Sophie.
Hi, Sophie.
To do readings, and I am actually diving into something completely different. I am doing
completely different
cartomancy. So I'll be reading with playing cards. And I love this deck. The deck I have right here is called the Ultimate Deck. Stranger and Stranger by
Murdered.
The Art of Play is what I'm using. So what's really cool about this deck is every single card is different, as you can see, and has awesome pictures for each one. And I absolutely love this deck. So yeah, work with me. I am fairly new. I spent 2-3 days writing down stuff. I've got the numerology down. I wrote down the zodiac signs, planetary things, color combination meanings, as well as the suits I have written down. I also wrote down the court cards, but I haven't got to each individual meaning. So tonight I'm just going to be reading color combinations.
2 or 3 days. All of that in 2 or 3 days.
And guys, wait for your question until it's your turn. So first we have October.
I'm actually impressed. 2 or 3 days. All right. So I saw October's come in.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so October is first. What is your question, October? Oh, and for those who are new, there's only 4 of you in here. Well, 3, including my phone. But just make sure to wait for your question till it is your turn. No problem, Lori. Still love you.
No, yeah, that's okay. It's just so we don't have to scroll back because we have so many people in the room in the live that it's just. Hi.
Hold on. I need
a Scheiße.
Because I have no idea if this is a red or a black. Hold on one second, guys. Oh, it's a red. Okay.
We're gonna need that red.
Yeah.
All right. So our first card is our Five of Pentacles. This is kind of like some uncertainty, right? It's some bumps in the road. Kind of a little out in the cold. Our next card is our King of Wands. Now, King of Wands, when I see this card, wands are represented by wands represent the element fire. So think fiery energy, and kings are just a dominant male figure somewhere in your life, something to do with the masculinity. So there's going to be some fire around that. And I'm going to pick a fourth card, but our third card is the Nine of Swords. So this is going to keep you up at night. It's yeah. Oh my God. Oh, good. I'm glad I did a fourth card. Wheel of Fortune. So look, October. Things are going to be you're in for like a bumpy stretch. Very fiery. Very up at night sort of, nightmare, if you would. But at the end of it, right, you work, be patient, be calm, use, all of the tools and resources around you to get through it, because you're heading towards the Wheel of Fortune, and we know what that means. The Wheel of Fortune is, the realization of all our hopes. It's finally making it. It's the the everything you want at the end of the tunnel, if you would, kind of this reading. So let's see what Lucia has.
Okay, so I pulled the Seven of Hearts, the Seven of Spades, and the Nine of Hearts, which is technically meant to be red, but that's other side, but that's okay. So with the Seven of Hearts, it's showing disappointment, but with disappointment of things not going the way that you expect them to, it kind of opens you up to thinking beyond and seeing the bigger picture of everything around you. Because sometimes when we get so wrapped up in something that we want to have happen so bad, we kind of have that tunnel vision and we forget to see everything else around us. We have the Seven of Spades, which represents miscommunication and and lack of clarity. So that kind of completely contradicted the first card, but that's okay.
No, not really.
Well, how did that not?
No,
that
because disappointment, right?
Yeah. Oh yes,
it ties together.
Yes, as I said earlier, if you have that tunnel vision and all that focus going into that one thing, things will become misconstrued. Things won't be as clear as when you are seeing the bigger picture, like I said, and focusing outward and trying to see everything around you that's going on.
And the miscommunication that.
And the good thing is I have the Nine of Hearts, which represents wishes coming through and a realization. So the realization for you, October, based off these three cards, is that you have tunnel vision that's going on right now, and you're so focused on one thing that you're kind of forgetting everything else that has to fall into place. But with the three reds, which you can't really tell with the nine because it's white, but it's a red card, three reds actually represents positivity. So in the end, everything, once you learn to, or you unfocus that tunnel vision, everything's going to fall into place for you. That made sense.
It all, actually, both readings are very, very similar. right? Like, and it's funny you say the red. Maybe that's where this guy came in. The fire. Fire is red. You know, and yeah, there's uncertainty. There's, you know, kind of you know, feeling cold. It could even be isolation. You know, nightmares. And then the wheel function. It's like the exact same reading. That was pretty cool.
Oh, good. It did
Very
make
cool.
sense. Okay, I think I did good with my first spread ever.
I think it was very good.
So, oh, and Sophie wants a reading too. Awesome. So was that good for you, October? Hopefully it wasn't like
Don't let it scare you.
overwhelming. No problem, October. And D the Dawn would like a reading too. Cool. For D
Oh.
Dawn. Okay, so up next is Lori. What is your question, Lori?
Didn't want to with this new set, but gentle.
Thank you, October. Yay, that's good.
Oh.
Well, we get the apartment we applied for. The application seems to be up in the air for some reason. Okay, so what does the cards want to tell us today? Interesting. So, notes. Oh, I do. They're right here. Okay, hold on.
Okay. All right. Our first card is the King of Cups. Cups tend to be an emotional, of emotional concern. King is a significant masculine presence, if you would. And also the King, you know, could represent, you know, a force standing, you know, in your way, something that you need to, I don't want to say overcome, but maybe like convince or something like that. There is some sort of outstanding, I don't want to say question, but there is a blockage there, if you would. Something maybe needing to be clarified. We got the Page of Wands. Pages tend to, you know, bring news. If you look at her, I see she's got a scroll. She's carrying news, if you would. And Wands, it's fire. It's again very emotional. Being, you know, fire being the element. Fire being Wands being the element fire. So, and the last cards, we have the Knight of Pentacles. If we look at him, what's funny about this card is that it's a pentacle, and pentacles usually involve like material concerns, money, wealth. And I'm not sure I see this happening. So it may not, you may not get the apartment, but whatever happens, because of this pentacle card, whatever happens will benefit you financially. But like it's almost like you're going to need to work a bit for it. When I see this knight, look, he's down on his knee. He's hanging on to his pentacle. He's hanging on to his wealth, but it's hard on him. He's down on one knee. He needs to stop and take a rest. So that's where I think it may not work out, but if it doesn't work out, the next one, you know, it's for a reason. That makes sense.
That's very interesting that you said that. So I pulled the Jack of Hearts, the Nine of Clubs, and the King of Hearts. Now, the Jack of Hearts, Jacks are kind of like the pages of tarot. They are the messengers. They bring news. They're all about potential energy and start of something new. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes there. Next, oh wait, no, I didn't even finish that. So yes, they're similar to the page.
Well, a mix between a page and an ace, because the ace is the start of something new.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Jack of Hearts are all about sensitivity, and usually represent someone that's easily overly emotional about things. So next we have the Nine of Clubs. And the Nine of Clubs represents hard work that is soon to be rewarded. Mm-hmm. It represents having that fresh approach and a new dynamic to a situation. And then we have the King of Hearts. And the King of Hearts is someone who is very kind-hearted, offers support, and is a wise counsel. And kings in general usually represent someone who is in control. And then the color combination is, I think Jack of Hearts. Yes, Jack of Hearts is red, black, red. So even though it's white, so it's red, black, red, which usually signifies that things are going to go or appear great. You might hit a bump in the road, but things will eventually kind of smooth out in the long run. And I'm just kind of looking at my notes here. So judging by everything that I just kind of said based off of what each card individually means, is not really to worry too much. Obviously, the stress of getting a new apartment can be very, very stressful. It's kind of like, well, it's moving. We have to have patience. Things don't move as fast as you would have liked.
Let me tell you, preach.
But you need to keep a level head. You need to be strong, realize that all this hard work will pay off in the end. And find someone like the king who is there to be your support system, offer you advice, and help you through this journey that you are going through. Even if it means hitting that bump in the road, but things will smooth out for you.
Yeah.
And I think you will get the apartment, even if it seems like it's taking 1,000 years.
Oh, that's interesting, because I don't know if she will. I know she's going to end up where she belongs. It's going to take some work, but all will work out. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be an easy line, but all will work out.
Yeah,
and just like our nightmare. Mm-hmm. We bought a house in May.
Yeah,
and we're not going to be able to move in until September 22nd. Almost October. It's just,
and it's been like a crazy roller coaster. You
know, my God!
Between constant mom changing and dad changing plans on, oh, we should sell as is. Nope, just kidding. We're gonna re-renovate the whole house. Just kidding. Let's not do this. Oh, just kidding. Let's take this out because it's too expensive. Let's add this in instead. And then on top of that, it's like the painter gets here, but then it takes 1,000,000 years for him to do the job because he doesn't show up on the days he's supposed to. But in the end, we ended up with a beautiful house to sell.
Hagrid's hut looks amazing. It's like, I don't know. It's like, do I really want to move?
Yeah, I know how you feel, Lori. Like, waiting around for an answer is like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, at least...
Hi, Celtic Witch, Hazel.
At least not having the answer, you have hope. But then when you find out September 22nd, that's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. It's like the shoe drops. And it's like, yep, there we go. No summer in the new house.
So did that help, Lori, or give you some clarity? And while we're waiting for Lori's response, Sophie, you are up next. What is your question? And I think this is probably going to be the world's quickest live of readings ever.
We got through the thing already. That's all right. It'll be a quick one.
Read a little bit slower because I'm like still trying to like write down my stuff or how I'm like
Okay.
trying to see things.
All right. I'll try. I'll try to
Speak
read
a
a little bit.
little slower.
Oh my God! You know what I was going to say, and it would have been so long.
So Sophie wants to know, what is next 6 months looking like for me when it comes to career? Oh, she did respond. It's not showing. It just said, "Oh my, that is hard to wait all that time." Oh, okay. But did the reading help and give you some clarity? Okay, so Sophie. Okay, right.
Oof. Oh, fucking. It was a shuffling machine.
So,
Okay. So the next 6 months, Sophie. Knight of Wands. It's going to be a journey, hard work, a lot of hard work, a lot of getting to the grind, putting in your time. Not necessarily bumpy or anything like that. It's just going to be hard work. And the hard work's going to pay off. 10 of Pentacles. That's the, success. Making that money. Because it's raining cash on this guy. It's raining cash. And he's like sitting there with his 2 dogs. And he doesn't give care. The coins are just dropping. The coins are dropping. I love when the coins are dropping.
slower.
Oh my God. All right, let's talk about the coins dropping some more. My goodness, because the coins are dropping. The coins are dropping. That's all right. I will. I can't go slower. Last card is the Queen of Swords. I see this card, right? She's just relaxing. She's just, look at the calm. Look at the calm demeanor on her face. She's just sitting there, chilling out, not a care in the world. Looks like she's keeping an eye on things, though. But definitely in a more relaxed pose, if you would. So tying this all together, the next 6 months, it's going to be a bit of a grind. You're going to have to work and put your time in, but there's rewards at the end. There's definitely, a potential financial boost, if you would. Make it rain. You're going to be making it rain. And then, it's, taking a chill, getting to the point where, all the hard work will be done. You'll reap your reward of that hard work, and you can relax a bit. Are you done? Or do I need to still ramble? Okay, I'll ramble.
Okay, I'm good.
All right.
Yeah, sorry. I just write down all my notes so I can kind of figure out what I'm trying to say here.
It's good because you can go back and review them.
So for you, Soph, I pulled the 5 of Hearts. Oh, hold on, it's upside down. The 5 of Hearts. Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
I pulled the Queen of Clubs. Why is everything I'm showing upside down? The Queen of Clubs. And the Ace of Spades. So here we have hearts, which represent obviously water element, cups. It's all based on the emotion aspect. With the 5 of Hearts, it's all about circumspection. Wait, doesn't circumspection mean like inner thinking?
Alexa, what is circumspection?
Why am I forgetting what this means?
Circumspection is usually defined as circumspect observation or action, caution, prudence.
Oh, yeah. So things aren't necessarily as they seem in the future or won't be. And it's just urging you to when you make certain decisions, think about them very, very carefully and consider the different options that you have.
Pointy.
Oh, wait, this was for, hold on, I just need to look at the question again.
Oh, wait, we put the question up on the screen.
Yeah, we forgot to do that. Oop, there it is.
Okay.
With the Queen of Clubs,
Musty.
clubs is equal to that of the element fire and wands. It's all about the energy, the creation. And with the Queen of Clubs, it's basically all about you. Even as I said earlier, if things aren't really as they might appear, and to make sure to consider your options and think very carefully on the actions that you're going to take, have confidence in your decisions that you're going to make. And it also represents good company. So in times of when things may get a little bit stressful, make sure to build yourself around people that will support you through your decisions that you make, so that even if you feel like you may not be making the right one, at least you have people around you to help back you up and be like, hey, that is the right decision, or no, it may not be. And then finally, we have the Ace of Spades. And spades are equal to that of the swords and the element air. So it's all about the mind, intellect, and airy things. Sorry. So the Ace of Spades is also about foresight. A storm will be brewing, as I said earlier. Oh, well, no, I said things aren't as they seem, but this is confirming that a storm will be brewing and headed your way, but it's okay because things will actually smooth out. So not to worry, but you definitely want to be prepared for any bumps that you may have along the way. And positivity in the face of odds, as I said earlier. It's all about have confidence in your decision. Be positive even if you feel you may not be. Be in the good company of friends that will be there to support you through the decisions and actions you make. Yeah, I hope that kind of helped. Yeah, bump in the road when it comes to career. To me, that basically means that it's kind of like with any job or job decisions. Sometimes things may not go according to plan, and that's okay. It just simply means that maybe that job isn't right for you. But that doesn't mean to stop. It just means to look at other options, as with any career.
Yeah.
Did that help, Sophie?
It's all going to work out. It's going to rain.
No, it's going to be sunshine, not rain.
No,
Well,
rain
it'll
makes it rain.
sprinkle.
No, it's going
It'll
to make
sprinkle.
No, my cuts. It's going to rain the pentacles. It's going to rain.
Oh, like make it rain.
Make it rain.
Did that? Oh, she said yes, very much. Oh, good. Thank you, Sophie. I'm glad that helped.
Hey. Who's next?
So then finally we have D the Dawn. Can you
If anyone wants a reading,
make sure
just
to
make one of those
Oh, other way. Just kidding. Make
in
an
the chat
arrow
next to your name,
pointing to your name.
and we'll call on you.
And
So
we'll add you
that's how
in.
you kind of get in.
Yep.
Yep.
So right now we're just waiting on D the Dawn.
D the dog.
And then that's all we have for
That's all we have on the
tonight.
list, so-
that's okay.
Hurry up and make that arrow.
So, D the Dawn, are there anyone or any guides looking out for me? Am I on the right track with my spiritual journey? I've just begun and I'm practicing traditional African spiritualities. Oh, that's so cool, D. What spirituality are you practicing? I actually practice a couple. I practice hoodoo and voodoo, and I also was diving a bit into Santeria as well. So, for example, in voodoo, I work with the Gede and the Bawans, the Brigettes, and Legba. And then when I was in Santeria, I worked a bit with Obatala, who was my head, Elegua, and I think those were the only two at the moment. Oh, I also dabbed in Santeria. Oh, that's awesome. Sorry, here I am like blabbering. I should.
Babylon, you put some. What am I doing? Put some cards. All right. Oh, Scooby Snacks. All right. So I'm going to go because I pulled about a half hour ago. Our first card is the Initiate. The Initiate is the Fool card.
Oh, Celtic Witch. Okay, would like reading.
In the in the tarot world. So that means your journey's just beginning. And I like how this kind of goes with this question, right? The Initiate. If you know anything about the Wizard's Tarot cards, they basically tell the story of going to like a witch or wizard school, right? They're very Harry Potter-esque themed, if you read the book and all that with the cards. And the Initiate is the new student embarking on her journey, on her spiritual journey. In your case, this represents you starting on this spiritual path. Now, it's funny you mentioned guides, because whenever someone asks about guides, I look for animals in the cards. And if you look, the Initiate has her guides with her. She's carrying a bunny, right? She's carrying a bunny. So that's her familiar, if you would. And that could represent you starting this journey with your guides along with you on this journey. Next card is our Queen of Pentacles. Now the Queen of Pentacles, right? Pentacles represents wealth, if you would. Wealth can be many things. It doesn't necessarily mean just money. Knowledge can be wealth. And that's what I see here, because I love how she's like sitting there. She's thinking. She's doing a think, pondering something, and I see that in the terms of this reading as lost my train of thought. Wow, I lost my train of thought. In this reading as thought as the mental work that it takes to progress in your path. We have to learn about that path, the spirituality, what to do for that spirituality. As a wizard, one of the reasons why I refer to myself as a wizard instead of a witch, and not to throw stones. I mean, I don't mean anything negative by this, but it's just wizard is comes from the Anglo-Saxon word visor, which means wise one. And I associate that with my thirst for knowledge, my just trying to be a sponge and take all kinds of stuff in. That's how my search is. Spiritually, I'll dabble in Christianity and paganism, especially with the Greco-Roman gods. And I even seek, a lot of the knowledge, a lot of Lucian's knowledge about, Papa Legba and, some of the voodoo deities, if I'm saying that right. Is it voodoo deity? Yeah. So I'm always trying to learn. And that's my approach to my practice. And I see that in you, that thirst for that knowledge, and then that really sitting and pondering it. Now, our last card is the Page of Pentacles. Page is a bringer of news, travelers, messengers. I actually see you, once you really get going in your journey, sharing your information with others, or mentoring people, or actually paying it forward. So that's how successful I see you being in your practice. You know, you're just starting off. You're the initiate. You know, so don't be afraid. Don't get intimidated. Right? We have to start somewhere, and you know, it's you know, you take it one day at a time. It's hard work, right? We see the Queen of Pentacles. You know, she does not look like she's playing. You know, she's really
She said
thinking.
that's what I want to do.
Really thinking, but it pays off as in terms of, you know, the bringer of news, the page, and Pentacles, monetary concern. That could be the knowledge. It could even signify this paying it forward, even, you know, being, you know, somewhat profitable, you know, make you a little on the side. Like I've always dabbled with, you know, should I,
No problem,
you know,
D.
should I charge for, you know, not for online readings, but, you know, when I get to the new house, set up a little table inside and, you know, do a couple of in-person paid readings, right? That's how, you know, you get a little extra on the side. Or it could blossom into who knows what. But, you know, at the end, it's hard work, but you're on the right path, and it's going to work.
And this is very interesting because what I pulled is something. So I've been on my path now for about 7-8 years, and this reading is very interesting to me because this is kind of something that I'm going through a little bit right now. Maybe there's an answer. Die, bitch, die. Sorry.
Welcome to spring.
So I pulled the 7 of Spades. I pulled the 2 of Clubs. And then the 9 of Hearts. So where is it? The 7 of Spades is all about insight. But the issue is there's a lack of clarity, and somehow there's some miscommunication being thrown around in there. Now, with the 2 of Clubs, it's all about challenges, opposing forces, possible resilience along the way, and setbacks. And then number 9 is about realization and then coming full circle. So what's kind of interesting about the spread is, yeah, it may seem very negative, like lacking clarity, miscommunication, challenges, opposing forces, resilience, and setbacks. But it's something that you need to be prepared for, especially when you're traveling down this specific path. Because with my journey, I've had a lot of setbacks. I've had a lot of miscommunication, opposing forces, confusion everywhere, ranging from not knowing who to talk to, people telling me I've been getting my sources all mixed up, ranging from people telling me that I can't practice it because I wasn't born into it. And it's just something that you need to be prepared for along the way. You need to have that thicker skin to realize, you know what? Yeah, I may not have been born into it, but that's okay. That doesn't mean that the Loa spirits, oh no, not the Loa, I'm completely in the wrong field there. The Orishas are sitting on their pedestals with us at their feet going, okay, I'm going to talk to you because you were born into it or you weren't born into it, so I'm going to completely ignore you. They don't work like that. They will listen to whoever is willing to listen to them and who believes in them enough to want to work with them. Also, I have a few questions. So when it comes to the miscommunication, lack of clarity, and insight of the 7 of Spades, do you work with your ancestors, or have you already straight away went to, actually no, the first 2 cards, the 2 of Spades and the 2 of Clubs, or have you already started trying to work with the Orishas? Before I go further into the reading part of it, I just need to know. Pull the hair out of my head. That hurt.
Oh, pull a few more.
Because one thing I learned is when it comes to Santeria, you always need to start off with your ancestors. In Santeria, there's kind of like a chain of how you work with certain spirits when it comes to your craft. Oh, good. Both actually, I've set up my ancestor altar and further communication. Perfect. Because I was told that you always go to your ancestors first with all of your questions, concerns, issues. And if they can't help you, then you go to the Orisha. Because a lot of people get, as I said, with miscommunication and lack of clarity, that people get it mixed around and they skip their ancestors and they go straight to the Orishas. The Orishas are more of like the last resort. If your ancestors can't help you out, then you go to them. Also, when it comes to the lack of clarity or resilience, opposing forces, and challenges especially, I recommend finding a padrino or a padrina, which is a father or a mother of Santeria, to help guide you through the craft. Because trying to learn everything on your own on the internet or through books will lead to lack of clarity, miscommunication, and setbacks, because you are getting your information from so many different sources, from so many different books, so many different websites, that things can get very confusing. Especially that's what happened to me in the beginning. I wasn't sure what the proper thing was. Like I would see one thing that said something about this Orisha, but then something over here would say something completely opposite. And I just got so overwhelmed with all these facts, I started to lose track of what was actual fact and what was just kind of made up and not really true, which is kind of like what I'm going through right now with studying up on the Gede and the Bawons and Brigettes of voodoo. Is I've been reading all these different sources on information, but I noticed all these different sources are all different. And what helped me kind of narrow everything down was I found a teacher who has helped me tremendously. He's been like, don't listen to that. That's not real. Each house is different. They'll have different ways of praying to the Loa or the Orisha. They'll have different setup of altars and certain things. So you definitely want to seek out someone that will be that stable source of information for you, instead of trying to overwhelm yourself with all the information that's out there in the internet and books. But with the Nine of Hearts, everything will come full circle for you. Everything will click once you have found that teacher or your foundation, your roots, someone to help guide you through it, instead of trying to figure out everything on your own.
And there seems to be a lot of structure needed in that practice.
Yeah.
Whereas
structure.
even though I actually went to an online witch and wizard school, believe it or not.
I'm so jealous, Dave. We have to like come visit you in New Orleans, because Dave's been to New Orleans and I've never been.
Yes, I've been.
And I want to go. I want to go to Marie Laveau's tomb. I want to walk down Bourbon Street. That is one of my dream places to go, is New Orleans.
But as I was saying, and I'll comment on New Orleans, with me, I can feel what works best for me. So, sometimes I'll work with my ancestors. Sometimes not. Sometimes I conjure the magic within myself, But see, in my practice, it really is what works for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I think to an extent, while yes, with what do you practice? Is it Santeria?
Yeah, because I had a
You need
Padrino
more
where
structure.
he was telling me, yeah, sometimes I need structure, but it's about a balance.
Yes.
Because yes, there's a certain way to do certain things, but certain things you may not quite agree with, but kind of slightly contradict what you believe in. So kind of, as I suggest,
I'd say make it your own.
be respectful to the Padrino or Padrina, follow what they say, but then realize that later on, once you've learned everything, you can switch it up and change it to however you want to fit your personal needs. And also remember, even though they may tell you certain steps of how to like talk to your ancestors and how to set up an altar or do certain things, also realize that they're your ancestors. So what they say may not necessarily always apply to your particular ancestors, because your ancestors are your ancestors. They're not theirs. So what they're doing and what they teach you may not necessarily agree with what you are doing. So, for example, when I was doing my daily prayers with my ancestors, I added a couple things on there to the ritual I was doing. And then my padrino was like, oh, you can't add those because that's not really part of it. But I added those because I felt like that's what my ancestors wanted.
Yes. Your ancestors will let you know.
Yeah, they'll let you know.
I even believe
I'm looking hair everywhere.
my ancestors, they'll let you know, or even deities, when you're honoring and praying to a deity, they will let you know what they want from you.
Oh, yeah.
I've actually had deities reach out to me when they wanted to work with me on 2 occasions. And that's Apollo and Baron Samedi. It was just weird. It's just, they just spoke to me. It's the weirdest thing. I mean, I've told the Baron Samedi story.
Yeah.
I was just in the kitchen cleaning up, and I just had a conversation with him before I even realized I had a conversation.
Who he was.
I didn't even know who he was.
And the last bit of advice I can give to you, D, is to trust your instincts. Do not second guess yourself. Do not doubt yourself. Power comes from intention and the belief, and especially the what's the word? The confidence that you have in yourself and what you're doing. So I'm just going to read the rest of the list. I hope that helped D, the Dawn. So up next we have Celtic Witch, and then we have Toadstool Tarot, Robin, we have Mysteria, and then Chai Mei. And Robin, I did not even see it in there until you said hi, so hello.
Oh shit, we're about to get robbed.
Oh, is that
Thunderstorm?
Oh,
Holy shit. Does it come up on the camera? Look at.
Anyways, Hazel, what is your question? And D the Dawn, I hope that really helped answer your question.
I got the shuffling on. You don't have your car windows open or anything like that, do you?
No. I think so.
I feel we're going to test out this new roof.
Do you see a house move for me soon? Hold on, I just have to pedal for it.
Okay.
Can you move?
Really?
Yeah, got it.
Oh, Jesus. This is really bizarre.
This is awkward.
Really bizarre.
Ow, his leg!
God. Holy goodness, you pushed the computer, and now it's just got the top of my head. Oh, God. All right.
It's a sign they don't want to see your face.
Oh, you shush it up over there. All right, hold on. Maybe drop everything here. Hold on. What's the question? Do you see a house move for me in the near future soon? Interesting. I wish I saw a house move in my future sooner. I do see one. Oh, but it's like September. Yeah, you could just go that way.
Yeah.
Just don't knock the light over. All right. So the question is, do you see a house move for me soon? I'm trying to shuffle gently because I inadvertently put my Wizard's Tarot decks in storage. So I'm actually using the one I had fresh in the box. That's how much I love you guys. A move. Oh, interesting.
Okay, D the Dawn, if you go to Facebook and hold on, I have hair in my mouth. And look up Iron Cauldron Society. Sorry, I forgot we changed it. That is our Facebook group. And Dave is the creator. I am one of the admin, even though technically it's like equal. Well, technically I am like the main admin because I'm always on there. But yeah, we can definitely add you more. And I'm actually going to write down your email so we can chat some more.
Okay, can I read now? All right, 7 of Cups. That's our first card. This is the card of hopes and dreams. Think about it. Each item in, each thing in the cup represents a dream or a hope, and there's a lot going on there. And a good mind, this also, when I see this card, I see compartmentalization. But it's almost like make sure you what was I going to say? Be careful what you wish for. Means don't be hasty. In this sort of case, try not to convince yourself that there's a house move. If a house move is destined, it'll happen. If that makes sense. The next card is it's called Transfiguration. This is a card. This is like what is this similar to in tarot? Transfiguration. The Death card. You know the Death card in tarot? It means the end of something, the change, if you would. I think and I like this card. It kind of explains it better. Transfiguration. There is a big change coming, right? There is a big change coming. Transfiguration. And the last card is the Judgment card. Now, when I see this card, it could mean literal judgment. But it could also be, I see something more ceremonial or maybe even a test. There's going to be this transfiguration, this change. Maybe it is your new house where you move to. It's going to be a test. It's going to take some work. It's going to, be a test. I'm going to pull one more card because I see the transfiguration, possibly the move, and I see the test, but I didn't get a sense of an outcome. That's why I sometimes pull a fourth card, right? Because sometimes I feel like the story's not done, right? If you would, right? We have the Transfiguration card, which represents that big change, which could represent a house move. That would constitute a big change. There is a big change, and then followed up by the Judgment, which is a test, which is trials, trials and tribulations. So, it's not going to be an easy thing. It'll happen, but there'll be aspects of it where you say, "What the hell did I do this for?" Like, I didn't realize this was going to be this hard. Work through it, because the fourth card is the World card. So, shit might bump and shit might bebop and bump, but in the end, you'll get what you want.
And
my mic drop.
So I pulled the 4 of Spades, the King of Clubs, and the 8 of Spades. So with the 4 of Spades,
The Ace of Spades.
It's all about transformation, changes are afoot, and literally a move or a journey. Then we have the King of Spades. And the King of Spades is all about being single-minded, perseverance, taking charge, action, being in control of whatever situation that you want to happen. And then finally we have, oh, that was the wrong one. The Eight of Spades. And the Eight of Spades represents working hard at something to prevent it from falling through, striving to find a way through whatever it is that you want to achieve, and having that strong resilience and determination. Wait, let me just put this in correct order. So, yep, basically what they're all showing is, yes, a journey or a move, or not a journey, a move or a house is headed your way. Just keep on pushing through, work hard to obtain what you want, and strive, persevere, and be determined. Because obviously a house or a move ain't going to be handed to you. You got to work for it. As we have come to find out. It's a lot of hard work. Oh, geez.
Let me tell you, I'm out of breath just
Hi,
thinking
Cherry
about it.
Blossom. How are you?
It's like marathons. That's what, it's like. There's the marathon. We're running to get this place fixed up. And it looks gorgeous. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, we're on the computer. I would pick it up. I mean, we have some work to do. But I'm telling you, when we're done and this house is all right pretty, we're gonna give a house tour. We're gonna show off the new Hagrid's hut. Because we'll be here till September 22nd.
Yep.
And then we go to the new house.
Chai Mei, just hold on, because we do have our list here. So we just finished Celtic Witch, so we have Toadstools reading, Wisteria, and then you. So just hang on to your question until we get to you, okay? Cherry Blossom, I'm fine, darling. How are you? We are good. Oh my God, actually, well, we hit a rough patch. I just found out today
The hits
from
keep
my
coming.
company that the salon is shutting down in 2 weeks.
Yep, Smart Style salons are shutting down.
So
Over
apparently
120
120 locations. And the only 2 remaining in Rhode Island are both being shut down because of the pandemic. People just stopped coming in. We weren't making as much money. Still, things are slow, and they're just shutting their doors.
But you know what? I think it's very short-sighted.
Yeah.
Because this week, what's today? What's today? Wednesday? Yeah, we're doing Wednesday night readings. This Friday, in Rhode Island, everything opens up. Restaurants full capacity. Mask mandate goes away. Unless a businesses have their right to require it.
Yeah.
But the mandates go away. Events can happen. Big events, sporting events are going to start happening. Concerts, all that stuff. They're going to be doing water fires again.
Yeah. And
a salon, they should have just sucked it up and waited another month.
Yeah.
Because by the time they close,
well, no. The funny thing is I saw a note that went out to all the district leaders from Walmart because one of the managers of Walmart handed me a packet that stated tenant exit thingy. But our date of exit was supposed to be the end of next month on the 30th. And somehow Smart Style decided to push it all the way up to the second week.
Yeah.
So it pisses me off that they're barely giving us any time.
Bad decisions. They should have started allowing walk-ins again.
Yeah.
It's just bad decisions.
Because it was all appointments only, and everyone wasn't patient, and everyone wanted to get in then and there. Anyways, Toadstool, Robin, what is your question? Oh, can you just? Yes. Can you build up a private clientele and work out of them? I wish I could. I'm going to take my 8 clients with me and make sure to get their information and let them know I don't mind going to their houses and doing their hair.
But, I mean, we could find a spot to make a little,
yeah,
maybe half a year later. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, it could. I know people that have done it.
Yeah. I
Even if
don't
it's- even
have
if
a
it's-
strong clientele because it seems like every single time I get into a salon or transferred somewhere, it always goes to shit. And it always ends up closing down. Every single salon I've been in so far has either had a shit manager or just closed down.
Yeah. Except for that one in Providence. What was it? We worked for Darko.
Yeah, he passed away.
Passed away.
And because
He
of
had
that,
a great manager, and it just
he passed away. And he was only 2 years older than me.
But anyway, the question is.
But then with this salon, it was slow because it didn't help that we had, how many of us were supposed to be there? We had Tanya, Amanda, Lori, Shannon, the manager, and myself. We had 5 stylists. Guess how many were working there now? 2 of us, me and Lori. What's her name? Tanya went out on leave of absence, medical leave for 1.5 years now.
Yep.
Shannon left 5 months ago, and every month since then, she had been saying she's going to come back, but never did. And then Amanda just went out on maternity leave, and Lori only shows up most of the time, but she's usually out like 1 to 2 times a week. So that literally just left me running the show.
Yep.
Anyways, question: what kind of reception can I expect at the party tomorrow night? Ooh, party.
All right, I'm gonna party with my snarty. Interesting. First card is Queen of Swords. When I see this card in the context of this reading, just relax, be yourself, keep calm, and just you're the queen. Know you got this. Next card is 9 of Cups. Perfect card for a party. 9 is success, but like I'm seeing cheers, a toast. It's gonna be a good time. And the last one I see is King of Cups.
You are going way too quickly for me.
My God!
I literally just started writing the first thing.
Oh my goodness! Well, this one came pretty quick. I mean, when I see the King of Cups, I don't know. I see a fun time with a very strong masculine presence. Look at that. He's kind of. I can say that. Yummy. But yeah, it's a party. Well, I mean, I'm not sure the context of this reception, but like I said, I see it being. I see a toast in there. The 9 of Cups. I see a success. I see a raise your cup up for something. I don't know if that makes any sense. But it's going to be interesting. Now, of course, I'm trying to stall.
Give me 1 second here.
Yes. But hope that makes a little bit of sense. And
Oh, did I not write it in here?
Lucian's going to be right up with his cards.
Of course I didn't. Okay. Anyways,
Just go.
so I pulled the 2 of Spades, the Joker, and then the 5, 6. Oh shit! The 7 of Diamonds. Hold on, I just realized I just did the thing wrong. Hold on. So with the 2 of Spades, it's all about duality. A new turn. Obviously, this reception can go either way. It can either be an extremely fun night, a night that you will remember for years to come, or it could take a turn and be the worst party that you have ever been to
Sleep
or
early.
attended,
Sam out.
and
Like
you
a
will just
bad
want to
everybody.
forget about it the next day and drink yourself silly. But with the Joker to me represents kind of like the Fool card. It's all about potential. It can also represent Dave, can you bring me my bag there for a second? It has my book that has the Joker in it. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry.
Well, I'm making some ham. I'm a hammer.
By all means, move that.
I'm coming. What do you think? I don't want for
You know how
nobody.
that thrills me.
Yeah, well, I'm like a thrill.
So the Joker can also represent surprises and unexpected events that are out of your control, which kind of fits in with the first card, which was two separate ways and a new turn, things that party can go in either direction. Hi, Alice down the rabbit hole. The Joker, Dave.
Sorry.
I'm trying to read here, and you're like singing over there. And then finally, sorry, I pulled the 5, 6, 7 of diamonds. So the 7 of diamonds usually represents a surprising piece of news. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Surprising piece of news. So honestly, it's kind of up in the air, as most parties are. It really depends on the mood that you set the tone. When you walk into the party, are you going to walk in expecting it to be super fun? Or are you going to walk in expecting it to be super boring? And if it's boring, are you going to make the decision to become the life of the party, do things that are fun, unexpected? Honestly, the cards are showing that it can go either way. It's all based on you and the decision you make, the headspace you're in when you're there, and what you decide to do when you're there. Because you can either be that person that sits in the corner, doesn't talk to anyone, or you can go grab a drink and start to mingle with people. Honestly, for me, the best way to enjoy a party that you may not know as many people, or you may know one person, is drink. A drink goes a long way. It settles you, it calms your nerves, it makes you more giddy. Well, my case, it makes me more giddy, more fun. And then the party just becomes more fun. But yeah, it's like any party. It can go either way, to be honest. Wait, what was your reading, Dave? What did you say, generally?
There was the queen of the Queen of Swords.
Oh, wild orgy. Yeehaw.
Which means relax. Then I had the Nine of Cups, which is celebratory.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be a good party.
Yeah, because 2 of them have cups in their hand. You have the King of Cups. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a fun party. Remember, with my cards, it's all in your control. You hold the cards.
Roll yourself. Here, let me tell you what you got to do. This is advice right from the whiz. Roll yourself a big fat one and smoke half of it, and then go to this party. Guaranteed, be the best time of your life.
Did that help a little bit, Robin? And then up next we have Wisteria and then Chai Mei. So Wisteria, what is your question? What are you eating now? Holy shit.
A ham.
All I've had today to eat was a sandwich, and then I'm going to make a burger, and then I have little snacks in between.
Yeah, I just had veggie drinks all day. Yeah, it's just I had to drink that because you made that. Well, the smoothie you made me make for you. Woo! It was 2 cups.
Yeah, Robin, just go in there and have fun. Don't try and overanalyze. How do I overcome patterns that no longer serve me? Well, now they're all shuffled because they're all on the floor.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Lord.
I see a lot of these patterns that are not serving you.
Yeah, a lot of destructive patterns there.
Wow. Okay. All right, we're going to do the first card. Knight of Pentacles. He's on the long journey, tiring.
Oh my God.
He's making it. This card came up earlier in the night, right? It's Pentacles, so I don't see it, being like that your material concerns, monetary stuff like that. There might be something that you're afraid to let go of. Maybe there's a fear of losing something. Maybe money, maybe whatever. Next card is the Five of Pentacles. Pentacles again. This is the card of out in the cold, if you would. This is there's always fives are always uncertainty. And you can say Pentacles again is material concerns, right? This path with these things dragging you down really can affect you. Our next card is Nine of Swords, nightmares. It's I'm trying to go as slow as I can.
Thank you.
It's the things that keep you up at night. So I picked the fourth card, and what I'm getting from this card, and this is the Five of Swords, and again, it's another uncertainty. What this card is telling me, right? If I look at this, he's either picking up or putting down swords, but he's holding some and some are on the ground. It's a I see it as kind of a dual card, and I have the book here, and we'll read what it. I read more intuitively, but let's see what the book says. I'll waste a little more time because I'm curious. I'm curious if the book says what I'm feeling from the card, and that's what the Five of Swords. Let's read what the book says. This is our book. The Five of Swords card depicts the joy of victory and the agony of defeat. It depicts the two sides of conflict. For one side to win, the other side must lose. So it's kind of, right, that duality, figuring out what you need to do, for success, for what serves you in the terms of your question. But you're going to cut out, you really have to identify those patterns and just cut them out. It's really what you got to do. So I'm getting this, that the cards aren't telling me what these patterns are, but they're saying that it's on you to kind of identify these patterns. Who knows? Maybe Lucian's cards will say something, but you really got to, it's a bad path you're on. You're on take this reading as a wake-up call. These patterns that do not serve you, they need to be dropped like a hot potato. I'll bet my sandwich on it.
That's interesting. I said that. So I pulled the Eight of Hearts.
Oh, thank you.
The Six of Clubs. And then the Seven of Clubs. Where are we? Right here. So the Eight of Clubs, to me, is representing you right now, having an all or nothing outlook in life. You are leading a very hectic lifestyle right now. The Six of Clubs is representing looking at things from a different angle of life. And then the Seven of Clubs represents balance and the, is it pronounced ebb or ebb? Like the ebb and flow of life. Well, whatever that is.
You just said it.
Yeah, basically, to me, it's look at your thing, your issues, things that you need to cut out from maybe a different angle. Because sometimes when you're caught up in the moment of, oh my God, these things aren't serving me, I'm just going to cut everything out. Sometimes you miss things because certain things that may appear negative in the beginning may actually turn out to be a positive that you didn't see in the beginning because you were so focused on trying to get rid of everything. Because as they say sometimes, if you get rid of everything all at once, then you are left with absolutely nothing. And then having that balance of along with that, looking at things at a different perspective, it'll definitely give you a better eye of going, okay, so this may not be serving me well right now, but instead of cutting it out completely, maybe I don't need to focus on it right now. I can place it further away. I can store it away for now, don't have to worry about it, and then come back to it later in a way of kind of categorizing whatever is setting you back. And then honestly, the ebb and flow of life to me is just realizing that certain things, even though they may not serve you at the moment, sometimes it's best to just go through those issues and deal with them, because sometimes the worst thing in life is to take something negative and just cram it away, because eventually you're going to have to deal with it. So that's why taking things out, laying them all out, categorizing, realizing, okay, this I need to face now, these things I can deal with later, and looking at it from a different perspective. So did that help? Who was I reading? Wisteria? Mazda, we actually have a list going, and we're currently on Wisteria, and then our last person of the night is going to be Chai Mei. But we will definitely, we're going to start to resume our Wednesday night readings every Wednesday, so definitely come back next week, and we can add you to the list. Okay. Did that help, Wisteria? And Chai Mei, you are up now. What is your question? If she's still here. Yes, compartmentalize. Thank you both. Totally resonates with me. Yes, and that's the number one thing my dad taught me whenever I got stressed with things that were stressing me out in life. He always told me compartmentalize. Go through the list of things that are stressing you out in life, categorize them from what needs to be dealt with now and what things can be held off later, because if you just completely forget everything, take all those issues, store them away as if they never happened, they will slowly creep out and stress you out even further along the way.
I'm sorry. That's the second time I blew my nose. My allergies are killing me. I'm sorry. I was very rude.
Rude.
I was
rude is bewitched.
My nose is loud too. I think like, oh,
are you there, Chai Mei? We'll give it about one more minute, and if Chai Mei does not respond back, then Mazda, we can then do your question, and you'll be the last one for tonight.
Yeah, what was it? Hour and...
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize it went by that quickly.
That's not bad. You have pretty good stamina for, the first time reading.
Yeah, and I'm actually really, really connecting with this deck.
And
just to let you guys know, Dave's been reading for many, many years, and this is my first time reading with a deck of cards. So bear with me. I know it's been a bit rocky. I don't think I was that bad. Yeah, I have to write down things so that I can kind of figure out what I'm trying to say. But I think I was able to do quite well for it being my first time reading with a deck of cards.
I think you did.
Because I normally do my readings with tarot, as most of you know. And I've done a little bit with Lenormand.
As I've always said, when that deck connects with you, it's just going to work.
Yep. And so far, it's worked.
Yeah. Some readings, I go through some readings I haven't read in a while. Some readings are really tough. Others just click.
Chai Mei, are you still there? Last call. If not, we're going to go with Mazda Roar.
Mazda?
Oh, I get it. I get it. Mazda Roar.
No.
Mazda car, when you rev it up, it kind of roar.
Okay.
Roar.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's what you meant by that, but... Okay, so I don't think Chai Mei is in the house anymore. So Mazda, we are going to do your reading. And your reading is what's coming up in love for me. good. Ooh.
Oh Lord.
Okay, so it's here for a minute. Okay.
Wow, interesting. Interesting story that these cards just told. Again, this one was 4. This is very. Hold on a sec. I need to take another. This is very interesting. Oh, the suspense is killing them. I know it is. I need to charge my batteries for this. Okay, I drew 4 cards. Now, regardless of what these are, okay, so let's put it like this. This is the Knight of Wands, right? And the next one is the Queen of Cups. So I'm seeing these cards more intuitively when I saw the first glance. It's sometimes how I read things. But I see, well, let's do it this way, because this is the way to get down on the table, I think. But regardless, I see, you know, 2 people almost searching for each other. So what I'm getting from that is there's some destiny happening on your future. There's something in your future, in your path, because I see these 2 entities searching, and now if we get them to connect, I really think it'll be fulfilling. And you know, and I see now the next one is the 3 of Wands. Now 3 represents growth, but looking intuitively at this card, I kind of see a woman looking off into the distance at a fishing boat. And now this can mean a few things, because I've got to tell the story. Well, sometimes when I read, it's like the ink blot test. It's like, boom, 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 what do you see? The first thing I saw here was a spouse watching, like in the old days, how the husbands would go out to sea fishing. You know, you ever hear of what a widow's peak is?
Yeah.
It's a platform on a house where.
I thought you meant on someone's head.
Is it the Widow's Peak? No, wait a minute. No, is Widow's Peak? Yeah, I think it's called the Widow's Peak. But it's a platform on the house where the wives would watch and look out to sea if they were married to fishermen. So I kind of get that vibe from this card, right? Which tells me that this is a longing love. That makes sense. It's not a quick thing or a fling or anything. This is a love that's longing. And the last card, I picked the 4th one, is the Star. And that I get is how you're going to feel when this connection is made. So now, is it something that I'm going to tell you that it's a definite going to happen? Well, I think so. In other words, what am I driving at? Don't sit on your laurels. I see these entities searching. You've got to do the things that, you know, will make this happen, right? It's not one of those where I'm just going to kind of sit at home and it's just going to drop out of the sky through the sunroof. It's a man. No, there's a searching. So keep that in mind. That a little bit of putting yourself out there, maybe, or a little bit of work is needed, but it'll pay off in the end.
And my reading is very opposite to his.
Oh, geez.
Unfortunately. So we have the 5 of Hearts. I know, as beautiful and romantic as that looks, The Five of Hearts actually represents that things may not be as they seem, to tread carefully. And then the Three of Hearts represents trusting your own intuition and keeping your own counsel, which I assume is well, isn't that a phrase, keep your own counsel? Does that mean kind of like keep yourself?
Nah,
Or
yeah,
keep your
that's-
mind to yourself or something like that?
Keep your own counsel, I think, to me means, trust in your decisions.
Yeah.
Counsel yourself.
Oh, counsel yourself. Okay, there we go. Thank you. And then the Two of Spades, unfortunately, means going separate ways. One door opens, another closes, and it's time to turn a new chapter. Go with Dave's reading better, honestly.
Well, you just
Oh,
never know
gosh.
what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's weird
You
that
know,
two
the-
people can pull completely different opposites.
Cards.
But I hope Dave's helped out more than mine did.
I hope mine comes true.
Right.
Because-
I hope mine. Well, at least from my reading, it's always good
No,
to
but I mean, it could
trust
be.
your own intuition.
It could be.
Listen to what your heart's saying.
You pulled a card and you said one door closes, the other one opens. Yeah, maybe that could still represent like the searching. It might, but maybe it's not the current I hate to say it, not the current relationship, or maybe it's not, the next relationship.
Or
it might be a few
could be
down the road.
metaphorically. It could be not literally. When one door opens, another closes. That could potentially mean taking situations and putting them into the past and opening the door to the future.
Yes.
It could also mean a new turn could also represent that not literal like a new turn, like unexpected things are headed your way in terms of love, like expect the unexpected.
Yeah. With love, you should always, let me tell you, this is another rant I can go off on. Always expect the unexpected.
Did that help Mazda? I think Mazda probably left the building,
when it comes to love?
but that's okay.
Because our relationship is based on expecting the
The
unexpected.
unexpected.
I never even saw myself in a
Well,
relationship.
we are going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you for joining, and thank you for letting me test out cartomancy for the first time in my life. I hope I didn't disappoint too much, and I hope I did okay with my readings. So thank you. I will admit I was very nervous in the beginning, but I think I did quite a good job.
I
Yeah.
think it went great.
Hi, Benita. We are just finishing up here.
Yep.
An
An hour
so
and a half
yeah.
on this.
Join us, guys, on Saturday. We are going to be doing another Crystal live sale with October Remedies. And that will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Do we want to do a popcorn party Friday?
We have a lot to do still.
So we're not going to do anything Friday night.
Well, remember, because this weekend's going to be super busy, and we still have to get the paint, the front door, the steps. We have to get the Adirondack chairs. We have to get the plot.
We're going to do that in the day. Saturday.
I know. We have a lot to do this weekend.
I'm trying, guys.
And I'm like still trying to like figure everything else out. And I think I might just take a little break and anyways,
Bacon what?
love the cards you're using. Thank you guys. I love this deck. As I said, every single card is completely different. If you're interested in this deck at all and thinking about using cartomancy as an option of divination, it is the ultimate deck
Show the box.
from the
Yeah,
ultimate
you should.
deck. That's the box it comes in. That's the back. Oh, that's upside down.
Now, where did you get these?
Oh no, it goes both ways. And it's on playingcards.com. No, theartofplay.com.
The Art of Play.
Yeah.
That's a
Yes.
bitchin' looking box.
Oh my god, I gotta
Look at
find my most favorite card that's in here.
that. What is cards that I have? Why are you
Where's
looking
the
for that?
Maleficent card? It's such a cool card.
I have these cards. What are these cards called? What are they? What's the name of these? I just want them for playing cards.
Oh, those are waterproof.
Yeah, they're very slick looking.
Here's my
cards.
favorite card in the entire deck. It's the Maleficent.
Oh.
And then I gotta say, the King is also very cool. King of Diamonds.
Like, look at these.
Oh, where's my other card? Oh, and it's also whimsical. So like here you have the 4 of heart.
Oh, jeez. Look at that. These are great cards to use when we're playing war while camping.
Oh, where's that? And then there's one other card I'm going to show that's my most favorite. Oh, I love the 5 of spades. You can use that in ancestral work. Also, as gruesome as that is, I love the king card. But yeah, it's a very unique deck, and I like that every single card has a picture or something that you can draw upon. So it doesn't make it so difficult with like a standard deck of cards. It's literally just numbers and hearts and diamonds and whatnot. So
You know that these are 24 karat gold?
yes.
That's insane. Oh, I'm not going to play with these. I got to put these away.
They're waterproof and made of plastic.
Yeah, but that's real gold. Look at that.
You wouldn't save the card and sell that on eBay in 50 years.
Yeah. That's amazing. They're beautiful.
Anyways, we are going to wrap it up. So we will see you guys hopefully on Saturday for our live crystal sale. And yeah, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. I feel like there's a card missing. I got to count these cards afterwards. Anyways, hope you guys have a good night. Love you all, and thank you so much for joining us.
Bye.
Bye, guys.